Okay, I thought it might help if I talk a little bit about this assignment and give you guys some examples, and you can kind of see what I mean when I ask for a photo montage collage from you. A photo montage means that you cut up different pictures and then you bring them together and arrange them in such a way that they create a new, unique work of art. And collage, of course, is the mixing of a variety of materials and put together. So our collage is going to be cut with photographs that you find. Now, you guys, you can get this anywhere. Grab a couple of People magazines from your mom, just look for anything you can chop up. Is there an old map laying around your house? If you want to know the truth, you're probably better off at home doing this than you would have been at the college trying to find stuff, because you probably have some things from your house that you could use. You could chop up some old, letters and things and throw in there too if you want to. But the basic idea is that it's pictures that you put together. You also need to think about, as you do this kind of surrealist idea of things that maybe can't possibly be real, but they kind of sort of look real. Like in the photograph, in the collage you're looking at right now, the woman looks fairly realistic, but then all of a sudden, you realize, well, she's way too big for that environment. That would be a play on the proportion and scale that we're talking about. Her scale, right? The size of this woman is too big proportionately to, I-95 loop that's right behind her, or the buildings that are around her, or the mountains, or whatever. And you need to do that. I want to see an alteration of proportion and scale in your work. Probably the easiest way to do that is to find some sort of landscape, right? Some sort of mountain range, some sort of city, some sort of something you can put somebody in so that there's a point of reference. So we need to be able to see that. As you do this, and in this particular piece, you can look at it and say, these girls are way too big to be in this kind of crazy environment that they're in. So that is a distortion of proportion and scale. The scale too big, the proportions are the relationships of the girls to the environment. Okay. Now, if you want to have some fun and do something a little different, this is what I meant. You could use some maps or some old stuff too. But you still need to have that relationship between objects. So I can see that the woman is way too big for that. Maybe, I'm not sure, you guys, what that is. Maybe it kind of looked like an old record player, but now I'm not so sure. Anyway, that for the object that she's standing on, the bug is way too big to be around her. And so it could be something more like this as well. I think it's easier to find a landscape that it's in, but you can do this as long as you get her face and it's way too big for her body. Okay, you look at that hand, it's way too small next to that face. That is a good alteration of scale and proportion. This girl is way too big to be out there in space next to this. You might do it, if you want to, this way, like opposite. Take a face and then do something fun with the features of the face, but then all of a sudden there's a giraffe that's too small, and there's another person that's too small, and she has this landscape in her face, and all of the stuff is too small in comparison to the size of this face. So those are relationships of proportion and scale. So I hope this helps you with that assignment. Just cut things out of the magazine, arrange them, put them together, lay them down on a piece of paper, glue them down. If you absolutely do not have access to glue, well, just lay them down and take the picture. Okay, you could do it that way as well. All right, you guys, let me know if you have any questions. I'll be in touch.